Okay. I want to just tell a little about the Norwegian folk high schools, or folk high schools in general. Nothing in this PowerPoint is suitable for teaching. You will soon see. It's too much text, but never mind. You can download it later and bring it back home. That was the meaning of it. The folk high school is basically about life skills. We use the subject the student want to attend as a tool, as well as subject itself is a tool to get to be a better person, to be a better me. That's the main goal. There's been folk high schools in Scandinavia for more than 150 years. It's especially a Scandinavian phenomenon. Norway, Sweden, Denmark have these kind of schools, but it's not well known in other countries. Today in Norway we have 77 folk high schools. It's about the same in Sweden and in Denmark, so quite a huge number of schools. Almost 10% of all Norwegian youngsters age 18-19 do a folk high school year. So it's quite a lot of young people, 10%. It's a one-year boarding school, learning for life. It doesn't give you any occupation or a special degree. It's an opportunity. It's not a part of the mandatory schooling system in Norway. We started school at the age of 6 and we do 13 years. That's the mandatory part. After that you can choose to have a higher education in university. But this is a gap year between the 13 mandatory years and the university years. You can choose to do this gap year. The idea is basically to nurse the person's personality and their abilities and to be a better me. Very short version. We don't give any formal degrees. The success part in our teaching, I think, is no evaluation. We don't have tests, we don't have exams. The goals the student put for themselves. They create their own goal, what they want to do with this year, and they evaluate themselves. Did I reach it or did I not? They will have a diploma at the end of the year, telling in specific what kind of subjects they've been attending, what kind of classes. So each student have an individual diploma, because you will choose something and you will choose something else. And despite of that, it don't give you any formal education, don't give you any first step into work or into anything. 10% of young people want to do this. That's quite interesting. What's the point of doing this if you don't get any degree? If you have these kind of questions, and some people do, then you have not really emphasized the meaning of this year. The students who come are often not quite sure which direction they would like to go with their education. They use this as a growing year, modning.
It's hard to translate, but growing year.
To find out which way they want to go. We also have a lot of dropout students. Dropout students are quite an increasing problem in Norway. Students who will not fulfill their 13 years but drop out before that. They can use this year to get back on track, be more motivated, have a normal rhythm of the day, be in a teaching situation, and go on back and finish their 13 years. So that's very good as well. It's a school about the whole person. We use very little reading and writing. When students come to us and we want to know, who are you? What can we do for you? Do you need any special attention? Do you need anything provided especially for you? A lot of them say, oh, I have dyslexia, I can't do mathematics, I have ADHD. I cannot sit still. Okay, forget about that. You will not feel any problems with that in our teaching. We have activity-based lessons. All lessons are activity-based. Using a lot of outdoor activities, sports, theater, music, creative arts, communication, what you call creative teaching methods. Even the more theoretically based subjects have creative teaching methods. Folk High School you can translate into the school for all people. Folk in Norwegian is all of us. We are folks. And it was grounded as an alternative to the education only for the rich ones. So this is something bound from the needs of the community, the needs of the student, and it's for all people. You don't pay to attend classes. It's free. We get funds from the Norwegian government to the teachers' salaries, but it's not for free because you have to pay for room, board, study trip and teaching materials. So it's a kind of expensive year, but you only pay for the living costs. And they all board in the school. To be in the dormitories is an important part of the teaching process. To live together with other people, to interact, to have to adjust to my needs and your needs, we have to find a way. It's a very, very important part of the school year and the individual learning process. My school is one of the 77. It's situated in Oslo, the capital. Started in 1969, it's quite late for being a folk high school. It's owned by the YMCA of Norway. And we have 170 students and 35 staff members. That's quite large to be a folk high school. Most of them have between 70 and 100 students. So we are one of the largest, the third largest school in Norway. And we have the highest application mass. Yes, about 650 applicants every year. So out of them 170. And how do we select them? First, if you're first, you're in. If you're over 18 and if you're able to pay for your boarding. That's the only things. You don't need to show any formal education. It's only the age. And you have to be quick. We don't ask for any recommendation letter that you are so and so good or have been doing this or that. So this is really the folk bit of it. You want to come, You're on time, you're welcome. And we also have two pensionist folk high schools for those who are soon retiring. We have 10 different classes you attend. We have Norwegian for foreigners, music, 2 different classes, playing the band and do the vocals. We have global issues, social science issues, dancing, photo video, arts, sports, and top athletes. The top athletes are the young Norwegian athletes who want to have an international career. For those, it's very difficult to succeed because they are put often when they are moving out of mom and dad's nest. They are put in a student home or something like that. They are not able to make nutritious food. They are not able to make their own schedule right, resting, and so on. And they lack the basic skills of interacting with other young people because they've been so focused on the sports that they have not been young.
Yeah.
So this is a special class we have for them, and it's really popular, and they are better athletes and better persons. So, yeah.
So a student can do, for example, music and sports,
Yes,
or only one?
you choose a main topic, sports, but then you also have optional modules you can attend. So if you play football and the guitar, you can play football most of the time and guitar some of the time.
And they stay in the school
Knowledge.
1
Yes.
year, 1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
So
And-
this is our yeah, this is our buildings. Yeah. You're all welcome to visit us. You can have a look at our website. It's also an English translation there. And during the summertime, to fund our school, we do summer hostel. So if you're not a student, you can always come. Next workshop.
We go?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, and we accept international students. So if you know anyone who wants to have a year in Norway learning the Norwegian language, they can check this out.
But
Okay.
we are more than 18 years old.
Yes,
A little,
but you
just
could
a
have
little
a
bit.
swap.
Just a little.
We could swap. I could teach your students, you could teach mine.
Okay.
Okay?
As it is 1:30, I put you for tomorrow. Okay? With the others.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sorry.
That's okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. There are questions.
I have
Comments.
one, but
questions.
maybe it's a stupid question.
There is no stupid question. You must know.
For two colleagues from Norway. Big difference.
Yeah. Yes, there are big difference, even though the names sound a little bit.
Yes.
Yes, that was
Huge differences.
because I visited in Netherlands a folk university, and it was more or less the school university, but for adults. But it was more or less the and in Norway your folk university and your school university, folk high school, they are different or some similarities.
Few. There are some.
Yes.
We have classes, and that's it. We provide vocational training,
Yeah.
high school training, and university classes. At university, university classes in some topics. We are specialized in adult education and adult training. That is what Folkeuniversitetet is providing.
And we have this 1 year boarding system. It's for the age of 18 to 25. And even though we have some of the same lessons, you do art as well, we do art, you don't do sport, but we do sport. We don't do higher education. It's more about life skills. Yeah. But it's not for disabled persons, it's for normally disabled as well, but not only. Disabled are welcome as well. They're integrated. This year I have 5 students with disabilities, and they are in classes together with the others.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other, yeah?
Just a small point. I went to Folk High School for many years, Folk High School in England, and the model of Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark has been very important. There are still 6 Folk High Schools in the UK with not the same but similar philosophy. In recent years, in Poland, they've set up a few Folk High School type institutions. There's a separate but related kind of movement in Germany, a different model of Folk High Schools. So that this model is really powerful. You know, this idea of, you know, all the things about you don't go there for qualifications, you go there for, you know, life skills. I mean, that's a powerful tradition, and it seems to have been lost now with all commercialisation, etc. But it's well worth just thinking through, I think, what Randy said about that, because it's a powerful model for adult educators, I think.
Yeah.
Just one comment as well. The dropout problem is a big problem, but another big problem for the Norwegian society and the economics is that people start a study and quit.
Yeah.
They quit.
Yeah.
Start in one direction and quit.
That's a big problem.
Yeah. When they do, there's been studies on this. There was a big report released a year ago. People who have attended a full high school year, they don't do wrong choice. So it's really helping the Norwegian economy with, you don't have dropout students as much as the others.
Okay. Any other comments? You are tired enough for having lunch?